Let's have a look at the most notable of the candidates fielded by the parties. First up, the Prime Minister, of course, and the leader of the Conservative Party, Rishi Sunak. He has been fielded from Richmond and North Allerton. The boundaries of many of the 650 House of Commons seats have recently been changed, including Richmond, now known as Richmond and North Allerton. 29-year-old Tom Wilson is the Labour candidate running against Sunak, and Greens' Kevin Foster, Lee Taylor from the Reform UK, and Liberal Democrats' Daniel Callaghan are also in the fray. Interestingly, no incumbent Prime Minister have ever lost their seat. Also, only 12 serving cabinet ministers have lost their seats since 1974. Next up, Labour Party leader Keir Starmer. He is fighting from Holborn and St Pancras. It has been his seat since he first stood for Parliament back in 2015. And there are a number of candidates running against Starmer, including Greens' David Stansell, Dave Roberts from the Reform UK, and Conservative Maureen Malik. Coming to Nigel Farage now, the UK Reform Party leader. He is fighting on a Reform UK ticket from Clacton to win his first seat in the Parliament. He has contested the general election 7 times and never won. Clacton is a fertile territory for Farage with 95% white population. Farage will take on Giles Watling, who has been the MP from the constituency since 2017. Lib Dems' Matthew Bensulum, Natasha Osborne of the Green are also in the running. Now for more on this, Stuart Smith is joining us live from London. Stuart, good to see you. What's happening on the ground? What are the voters saying?
Polls have been open for a few hours here in the UK. They'll be staying open until 10 p.m. at night local time, at which point we can expect results to start coming in very quickly, and potentially we'll know who the Prime Minister is going to be for the next 5 years as early as Friday. Rishi Sunak could remain in post, but most polls predict a significant Labour Party majority, which would mean Keir Starmer would become Prime Minister. I'm in his constituency here, where it's expected most people will be voting for him. The Labour Party are predicted to do particularly well in London, but also historically well, potentially, around the rest of the country, which is a massive change from 2019 during the last general election when they did historically poorly. The issues at the forefront of voters' minds and what seems to be dragging down the Conservative vote is the Conservative Party's record for the past 14 years, a period of instability when we had many prime ministers in a very short span of time. There were issues with senior ministers breaking the law during the COVID pandemic, but more recent issues at the forefront of voters' minds include the state of the National Health Service, long waiting times and under-resourced, the cost of living crisis here in the UK, and particularly amongst the more right-wing voters, huge concerns about illegal immigration, something that the Reform Party has picked up on and is likely to end up splitting the vote as people cast their ballots today, with some people voting Reform instead of Conservative, potentially allowing a few more seats to go to Labour than might have otherwise done so.
All right, Stuart, thank you so much for getting us all those updates from the ground. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.